history of magic. Hello, my fellow pupils, and to you as well, Mr. Whittle. Today we will study the art of manipulation and illusion. As a small lesson overview, I will tell you what we are going to cover today. I will explain the history of card magic, why I'm into magic, how magic can change lives, and add 2 card tricks at the end. As most of you should know, Harry Potter is a series of books about the wizard world of Wonderland. But you most likely don't know how card magic really started and how it works. Well, in the 18th century, it is believed card tricks were introduced to the public because of an Italian man known as Giovanni Giuseppe Panetti. A way I learned about magic is because of a YouTube channel known as How To Magic. It shows card tricks and normal magic that you can try at home. One year I got a magic trick kit for Christmas. It had disappearing cotton and the balls in the cup, etc. Well, being able to perform magic and knowing how to do it can come in pretty handy, because has anyone heard of Harry Houdini, one of the world's best magicians of all time? It turns out he was a US spy. Plus, if you figure out the secret of hypnotism, you could use your powers, and when someone isn't being nice to you, just say, "I'm going to do a magic trick on you," and in 2 seconds flat, you have a mindless zombie kneeling before you. I know hypnotism is a real thing because once my dad was with my Uncle Brett, and my Uncle Brett was called up to be the volunteer, and he was hypnotized. Now it is time for a summary. So we learned how card tricks started, though there is a little debate over that it could have been because of gambling. We learnt the secrets of a card trick, and a famous magician was a US spy. References. Some websites, here are some examples of the websites I use. A special thanks to my sister, who saw I enjoyed magic and gave me the idea of this lesson. And to my dad, who helped me with my first idea for my teacher. And plus, the rest of my family for cheering me up when I thought I couldn't do it. Quick question. What magician was a spy for the US? A. David Copperfield. B. Ricky Jay. C. Harry Houdini. Or D. John Stein. Ashton.
B.
Incorrect. Bowen.
So Houdini.
Yes, correct. And now, I'm going to do a few card tricks. I have 2 volunteers already, sorry. Bowen, you're first up. I will explain how the card tricks work. I'll do the card trick and then I'll explain how they work. So, Bowen, what I want you to do, I want you to pick a row and tell me, I want you to choose a card, but don't tell me what your card is, just tell me what row it is in. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
1.
Now, Bowen, I want you to tell me which row it is in this time. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
4.
Now I'm just going to flip these cards over. Bomb, what I want you to do is I want you to choose two of these decks. Two of these piles. These two? Okay, so I'm going to take away these two. I want you to choose one of them. Okay, so I'll take away that one. Okay, so tell me, I want you to choose two cards from this deck. Okay, I'll take away this. Now I want you to choose one. Okay, so I'll take away this one. Now, is this your card?
Yes.
So the way I did this was, at the start when I said what row it was in, let's say like he had the 10. He chose the 10 and it was in row 1. I would have taken all of row 1, put them together as the top 4 cards. Then I would have set them out like this, and these are going to be the top 4, and then the rest would have been like down here or something. Whatever row he says, I will know which card exactly his is. So 4. I know his card is 10. So then I will go into this. I will face all the cards upside down, and you usually want to have the card that you know is. I do it on the top. I put the card on the top. So then I set it up like this. And what they think I'm doing, I'm going to say choose 2 decks. Let's say he chose these 2, I would take away these 2. If he chose these 2, I would take away these 2. And let's say he chose this one, I would take away this one. If he chose this one, I would take away this one. Because I know his card is in this deck, so let's say I ask him to take 2 cards away. If he chooses these 2, I'll take these 2. If he chooses these 2, I'll take these 2. And got to the final cards. If he chooses this card, I will take away this card. If he chooses this card, I will take away this card. Getting to his card. I know his card after the thing. It's just a little trick that makes them so they don't know how it works. It's confusing to them because it goes for so long and they forgot what's really happening. And now, Kiara, you're my other volunteer.
Me?
Yeah, Kiara. This is a different trick. So I'm going to trust you to know which cards they are, okay? Okay, what I want you to choose, I want you to choose the 10 of hearts. Now I want you to choose the Queen of Hearts. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to think of which one is the 3 of Spades. All 3 of her cards. The trick here is, I look at the bottom card. I ask them to think of that card. I ask them, choose that card. I have to focus on this. Whilst I'm doing this, I have to keep this card in my head. I ask them to pick up this card. They're most likely not going to choose it, but if they do, the whole magic trick's over. I can't do anything else to win it. But if she's most likely going to choose something like this card. And then I'm going to ask her, please choose the 10 of clubs. The 7 of clubs. Choose this card. And I'm going to say, I'm going to choose the 6 of clubs. But I'm actually picking up the card that I wanted her to first pick up. It's hard. If you want to actually learn how to do it, I'll do it on the playground at recess.